This is Coffee with the Bible. Give me a second. I'm online. Welcome here. It's 8:32 a.m. in London. I am in front of the sun today. Let's see. Yesterday we have written, I don't remember, the chapter 22, maybe? So today is the chapter 23. Then Balaam said to Balak, build 7 altars for me and prepare for me here. Have you read the 22? I think so. If not, I will read it tomorrow. Then Balaam said to Balak, build 7 altars for me here and prepare for me there. Here 7 bulls and 7 rams. And Balak did just as Balaam had spoken. And Balak and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, stand by your burnt offering, and I will go. Perhaps the Lord will come to meet me, and whatever he shows me, I will tell you. So he went to a desolate height, and God met Balaam, and he said to him, I had prepared the 7 altars, and I have offered on each altar a bull and a ram. There is a verse in the Bible that says that God prefers obedience than sacrifice. Balaam as kind of did you see what I did to you, for you? God's not impressed about what we can do for him. Actually, he doesn't need anything from us. Then the Lord put a word in Balaam's mouth and said, return to Balak, and thus you shall speak. So he returned to him, and there he was, standing by his burnt offering, he and all the princes of Moab. And he took up his oracle and said, Balak, the king of Moab, has brought me from Aram, from the mountains of the east. Come, curse Jacob for me, and come, denounce Israel. How shall I curse whom God has not cursed? And how shall I denounce whom the Lord has not denounced? For from the top of the rocks I see him, and from the hills I behold him. There, a people dwelling alone, not reckoning itself among the nations. A people dwelling alone. That's so true. Israel is a people dwelling alone. Everybody around it is against them. But how can I curse whom God has not cursed? It's impossible. Who can count the dust of Jacob or number 1/4 of Israel? Let me die the death of the righteous, and let my end be like his. Then Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I took you to curse my enemies, and look, you have blessed them bountifully. So he answered and said, must I not take heed to speak what the Lord has put in my mouth? Hello, Nova de Duke. Hi, welcome. Hello, Jake Curry. Hello. Hello, Jack, and you are very welcome here. Hello, Nova de Duque. You are very welcome here. Thank you for being here, guys. If you don't follow me yet, please click the button and subscribe. So let's go on. Then Balak said to him, please come with me to another place from which you may see them. You shall see only the outer part of them, and shall not see them. Oh, curse them for me from there. So he brought him to the field of Zophim, to the top of Pisgah, and built 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. And he said to Balak, they are trying to convince God with the sacrifice. And he said to Balak, stand here by your burnt offering, while I met the Lord over there. Then the Lord met Balaam and put a word in his mouth and said, go back to Balak, and thus you shall speak. So he came to him, and there he was standing by his burnt offering, and the princes of Moab were with him. And Balak said to him, what has the Lord spoken? Then he took up his oracle and said, let's see this time. Hello, Feyania 0894. Hello, welcome here. Welcome, guys. It's very good to have you here. Then he took up his oracle and said, rise up, Balak, and hear. Listen to me, son of Zippor. God is not a man that he should lie, nor a son of man that he should repent. Has he said, and he will not do? Or has he spoken, and will he not make it good? Behold, I have received a command to bless. He has blessed, and I cannot reverse it. He has not observed iniquity in Jacob, nor has he seen wickedness in Israel. The Lord his God is with him, and the shout of a king is among them. God brings them out of Egypt. He has strength like a wild ox. For there is no sorcery against Jacob, nor any divination against Israel. It now must be said to Jacob and of Israel, oh, what God has done. Look, a people rises like a lioness and lifts itself up like a lion. It shall not lie down until it devours the prey and drinks the blood of the slain. Then Balak said to Balaam, neither curse them at all, nor bless them at all. Balak is becoming crazy. He called Balaam to curse Israel. Balaam instead is blessing. So God has not observed iniquity unto Jacob. And if you observe iniquity in Israel, take care and be conscious that God doesn't. Then Balak said to Balaam, please come, I will take you to another place. Perhaps it will please God that you may curse them for me from there. So Balak took Balaam to the top of Peor, that overlooks the wasteland. Then Balaam said to Balak, build for me here 7 altars, and prepare for me here 7 bulls and 7 rams. And Balak did as Balaam had said, and offered a bull and a ram on every altar. Doesn't mind if you try to do things to convince God. You will not convince God. God has decided what he will do since the beginning, since before the creation. He will not be convinced by you. You can align yourself with God's will, or you can do your own will by your own strength and by yourself and live the consequence of this. If you align your actions, your thoughts, your feelings, your mind with God's thoughts, God's feelings, God's mind, you can live by God on his walk, on his path, and also live with the consequence of that, which will be life. There are just two ways, life or death. You have to choose in which one, in which pathway you are going to walk, or pathway, the pathway of wisdom, which if the destination is life, or the pathway of foolishness, which the end, the destination is death. What is the wisdom pathway? The beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. That is the pathway which conduces, which drives to life. Thank you very much for being here. I will see today at midday on the secrets of your soul. I hope to see you there. And tomorrow in the Coffee with the Bible. Bye bye.